Hello, all of you vainglorious, you wonderful people. This is the BF Weevil, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. And up front, I have to apologize for how horrible I sound. I have to apologize for it. I was sick. The night of Christmas, I got very, very, very ill, and it was ugly, and needless to say, slight strain on the old vocal cords. And we'll just leave it all at that. If you want the full details, you can go into the Vainglorious Discord and check them out there. But it does make me sound quite a bit under the weather. Feeling a lot better, but not back to 100% yet. Still kind of weak. It just, stomach viruses or something along those lines. I don't know what it was. But definitely on the path to recovery. And I didn't want Will It Off-Road to miss a week since we just recorded these vehicles on this past Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Thursday. So here we are with Squeaky Brandon, and you'll just have to deal with it. But the BF Weevil, good car. I love this little car, and I think I love it even more having recorded this video because it's not going to break any records, and I don't think anybody would expect anything in the compacts class to break a record. But the fact that it does what it does in the snow, like, look, here's a perfect example. Most low-power rear-wheel drive cars that got into this situation where it spun and then I had to start mid-hill, it just would have never been able to keep going. I would have had to back way up, get some speed up to carry momentum. But look at this thing. It's wheel spin non-stop, but there we go. It's impressive. This is a great little car. I know we have waited for a long time to have some sort of VW Beetle in the game other than the BF injection. And, I have to say, it was worth the wait, because they nailed it. It's fantastic. By the way, the things you see flying in the background are people with rocket-powered cars. They were trying their best to get to the top of the mountain the fastest. I think I wind up beating them all, despite the fact that they have rockets on the back of their car, and the best equipment I have is a surfboard. So yeah, look at that though. We can already see the top of the mountain, so not too shabby. Since this is Will It Off-Road in the snow, it's hard to use our normal baseline of 3 minutes as a good time. Things kind of go out the window. Our best vehicle ever was the Winnie Sport at like 2:31, but that car is just absurd anyway. It holds the overall Will It Off-Road record as well. Nothing has come close to it, and I want to say it was like a 2:24. So even in the snow, it was like 7 seconds longer. So, you got to add a little bit of time. So I say anything from like 3.5 to 4, depending on the class and their off-road traction loss. Because remember, when it's snowing, don't honk at me, Commander Hobo. Keep your SUV behind me. When it's snowing, off-road traction loss kicks in. So at least I believe it does. And if I'm wrong, somebody will tell me in the comments. I know, because that's how YouTube works. But we're getting up there. It's not a fast run by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not been difficult. Tons of wheel spin. The back end has wanted to step out, but it's never been anything that I couldn't keep under control. Which is just, it's pretty damn impressive. It just really, really is. Yeah, there's somebody with a rocket car, and yeah, that's all the further they got, and I totally screwed up the climb here. We probably could have gotten like a 404 or 405 if I hadn't lost my momentum and screwed up that turn. And now there's machine guns being fired. Awesome. But we'll do a granny run, as I call it, and get some speed up, and look at her go. Right up, and then check out this jump. I get like some big air here. Whoop, up. But we are up 4 minutes, 22 seconds. So will the Weevil off-road in the snow? Yes. Yes, it will. And I just heard the sound of how it's hitting the snow. Oh, God, my voice sounds awful. I am so sorry to subject all of you to this. but I didn't want to miss a week. But we're back here now. Time for our damage descent. I really don't know where everybody is gone. I think they hit their rockets again and they have gone flying off the side of the mountain at this point. Being very careful, because the one thing that the Weevil really suffers from is inadequate brakes. And more so now that we're in the snow. So I'm just doing my best to keep the speed off so that I don't wind up falling off the mountain. Granted, going slow isn't a guarantee that won't happen. But hey, you can play Will It Off-Road Bingo. It's a good segue, trust me. By clicking on the link in the description down below, just once you get there, click generate a new card, and then tap or click along on things that happen in the video. And if you manage to get a bingo card completed, then put it in the comments down below. I think we've only had 4 winners to date. So I would love to see number 5. One of these days, when I'm a big famous YouTuber, I'll be able to give away merch and stuff if people send me screenshots. But for now, I'm a poor employed YouTuber, so no free merch. But I will say congratulations and give you like a star emoji in the comments. And hey, it's better than a free t-shirt, right? Yeah, totally. Anyway, yeah, just this is all about just going slow. And that little bump on that side was that little bit of time I didn't have to slow down, and here we go. It's just, and because it has such poor brakes and because we're tumbling, I can't really stop it. It's been a while since we've had an incident on a damage descent, and if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the snow anymore. Finally get it to somewhat of a stop. But the problem is, there's no way. Like, I'm not getting back up this mountain. I'm going to try, because that's just the spirit of Will It Off-Road. You got to try. You've got to give every vehicle a chance to redeem itself. So I'm going to try for the left here first. And quickly, this just gets too steep, and I run out of grip. There just isn't enough grip to get up something that steep. For this car anyway. And there goes somebody, a donkey in a flying car. So I decided, well, okay, that was the left-hand side. So maybe if I try this little path off to the right. I'm sitting here pointing at the screen like you guys can see me pointing. But I am, and I'm going to blame it on the fact that I've had a very high fever for the past several days. And just go. Yeah, I thought wheeling would be a good idea. I mean, it kind of did give me some momentum, but didn't really do much for me. But the path on the right is pretty much a non-starter. So we're calling it a DNF. Big sad. But that means we get to take it back to the top of the mountain. No, I did not use that cargo bob. I drove around the mountain and drove back up myself. And we're off with a lovely wheelie to get us started. We're already missing body panels. Car's already in pretty bad shape, but it kind of goes like a champ there and manages to land on its wheels, so I guess we can't complain too much. And the one thing that Rockstar did not give us, something just fell off of my car there, and I don't know what it was. I don't know what that was. I don't see any new missing parts. Anyway, one thing Rockstar overlooked with this vehicle was a damage model. The new Vapid Winky has a decent damage model for bringing a brand new DLC car, so I don't really understand why they didn't give that level of attention to detail to all of them. It's a little disappointing, because I like damage models. I mean, granted, they're never realistic. Even in GTA 4, they weren't realistic, but at least in GTA 4 you can really trash a car. You know, and I don't expect them to be B and G with it or anything like that, but something would be nice, you know. That's just my opinion, and I complain about it every time they don't have them. So, by the way, business battles and lobby events and challenges are going to come and go over the next several weeks. We recorded 6 vehicles in one go. It took us about 3.5 hours, I think. So a lot of events happened in the course of that. So you'll see a lot of events happening over the next several weeks. And Hobo and I here both doing our best imitation of turtles. Got back on our wheels. And we are down 1 minute, 53 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Weevil. Yes, shit indeed, Mr. Driver there. Most lights gone. The left door and hood are gone. The right door and the trunk will not close. And there are bent wheels. And taking a look at the support vehicles, why anyone ever thought a Raptor would be a good choice, I don't know. But it's there, and now we don't have to look at it anymore because it brings us to our next vehicle. The Grotti Itali RSX. Talk about a night and day difference between vehicles. A little compact, rear-wheel drive, low on power, to what is in all but name only a supercar that's all-wheel drive. So, yeah. Gonna line it up. It's kind of hard to find my starting point on the snow. It's because it's buried in the snow. But we're off. And we already see a problem from the Grotti. Has really bad torque steer in the snow. And then here, it has terrible understeer. Or, sorry, oversteer. No, understeer. I was right the first time. And I need a drink of water. So yeah, I missed this corner because the car just wouldn't turn in. And then I hit a tree because the car wouldn't continue turning in. Very, 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 very bad understeer. And it's just a problem. Oh, nobody became the king. How sad. It is just a problem with this car the whole way up. Plus, it constantly wants to have the back end step out. So when that happens, it's difficult to get the front tires to bite again. Oh, knocked her in the head. That's awesome. It's hard to get the front end to bite again to correct for the oversteer when it happens. So, this car is just going to wiggle its way to the top of the mountain. Yeah, spoilers, it makes it. But it was okay. It wasn't a bad drive, but it wasn't as nice as it could have been in something that's all-wheel drive. I mean, granted, all-wheel drive vehicles up until recently were guaranteed to pretty much suffer from really bad understeer. I will keep it sorted. I'm telling you guys, I'm tired and I've had a fever. Suffer from really bad understeer. It's just the nature of it. I mean, with modern drivetrains, with their computerized torque vectoring and things like that, they can, minimize that to a great degree. But we don't have torque vectoring in GTA Online that I know of. I don't think it's possible for the game to send power to just one wheel. Though how badass would that be if they had a torque vectoring in GTA Online? But yeah, so we do suffer from it quite a bit. I was kind of hoping that maybe I could use the oversteer in some of the corners to get the back end to step out, but it would never cooperate with that plan at all. And because of that, it really doesn't get the best time. Speaking of times, the BF Weevil was 28th overall. 5 seconds slower than a Wagner. Yes, that's right. It's in Wagner territory because the snow, all bets are off. And then it was 5 seconds faster than the Sylvester, but it's number one in compacts because it's the only compact we've done in the snow. At least that I've uploaded. We've recorded others and they just managed to never get edited and uploaded. Maybe one of these days I'll edit all those together from years past and then I screw up the approach again. But this gets a decent time, but it could have definitely gotten a lot better, I think, if it weren't for the really bad understeer. But we are up 3 minutes, 4 seconds. So will the Itali RSX Offroad.
Okay.
Sure. I just cut off the NPC mid-sentence there. I love it. Makes it 6th overall in sports. Overall, period. Not just, 6th overall. And 3rd in sports. It is 20 seconds slower than the benefactor slot. And it is 21 seconds faster than the Fister Comet Safari. Or if you're a moronic YouTuber, it's the B-Fister Comet Safari. That's right, I went there. We are taking out a absolute ton of hikers. The videos where I've missed them, definitely making up for them. Oh, hi, Schwinn. And bye, Schwinn. Hi, Donkey. And bye, Donkey. So Donkey was brave. I gotta give him the badge of courage in this video. That boy brought a freaking Turismo R with no spoiler out for this event. In the snow, the Turismo R, no spoiler. Definitely either big balls or little brains, maybe a combination of both. Don't know, but it was a choice, and he made it, and you could see he just paid for it. Matter of fact, I think when we get to the bottom of the mountain, he's already like sent it back to his garage in the process of calling it because it took him a while to get to the top. I would just say that. It took him a long while, in fact. But the RSX didn't take long at all. Going back down the hill again in the snow, you just gotta keep the speed off. Oh, another guy. Jesus. My body count's up today, boy. I don't know if I actually killed that one or not, though. But the nice thing about having all the people in the support vehicles behind me, if it weren't for the fact that you can see from their dots, they have all completely fallen off the mountain. Am I the only one still on the mountain at this point? I think so. But anyways, the nice thing about having support vehicles behind me is if I take down a hiker and don't finish them, oh, nice jump there, nice jump there, officer. But if I don't take out the hikers, the support vehicles usually do, but not in this case because they were all silly people that fell off. I'm pretty sure most of them did. Schwinn's just embracing it now. He's just like, whatever. Staying on path is just a mere suggestion now. J-Bo is riding shotgun with Commander Hobo. Brave choices, considering Hobo falling off the mountain. Speaking of Commander Hobo flubbing things, oh, Donkey is shooting fireworks. Hobo doesn't flub this, somebody flubs it for him, but it's 2 weeks in a row that we get just a beautiful finish from Hobo. So we're down in 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Donkey throws a snowball. Hobo gets hit by Schwinn, misses his jump, and then from the side, left, Schwinn's fan. There we go, Hobo got him back. So we're back at the top of the mountain for our damage descent, and we launch it, and we're gonna go, kind of a nice sunset actually. The sun is very bright on the snow. I think it's sunset, I don't know, it's really hard to tell. Yeah, thanks, game. I will totally challenge another player to an impromptu race right now. One of these days we can do that, an impromptu race. Maybe that's how we can do the vehicles. It's not, you can't go up, down, back up, back down. Oh well. It was a thought until I actually put some actual thought. Whoa, okay. It is now just suddenly a pile of Grotti right here. Oh, he's fit. I don't know if that's digital. Yeah, see, Donkey definitely went for a better car this time. He followed Schwinn's lead, so he went for the other Itali in the Grotti family, the GTO. My engine was a little dead there for a minute. If you're wondering why there's no engine sounds, it's because it just wouldn't respond to the throttle. Just as I get straightened out, there's a good old Dutchman that just bumped me in the rear. And again, wouldn't you go spinning if a Dutchman bumped you in the rear? That was bad. I'm sorry. That's terrible joke. Again, Fever, blaming all things on Fever. All things. At least he let me flip over before he hit me again. Immediately spun me out again. Lets me flip over and get straightened out, just so he could ram me and make me spin. Believe it. You can't trust him. We're down in 1 minute, 44, basically 45 seconds. So we'll take a look at the damage. One headlight, one tail light, 3 windows are gone, the truck is gone, the right door is gone, and they gotta make it quick, so I don't have a lot of footage to do that this one. We'll take a look at the support vehicles. Hey, come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server, where you can join us, Sport Wheel and Offroad, when we record, if you play on PC. Make sure you follow on Twitter, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.